I've got a good bit of work I'm going to do today. I'm going to be putting the rocks in the upper level of the creek, the floor of the creek, and just kind of get it all prepped and ready out for the next phase. Alright, so we're about to hose down these rocks real quick just to kind of clean everything up. We've got, I think, about as far as we're going to be able to get today because of the liner having to be sealed into the existing rock, and we're going to have that bridge there. So I think there's a center support rock going in there, so I need to consult with David before I put anything like that in. But we're going to get started on washing everything down. We've got an overflow creek beneath the retaining wall. Let's throw some rocks down there. Okay guys, so Jana and I worked hard today. We got the lower waterfall about 90% complete. We're not going to put in the pebbles down there, the decorative pebbles, because if we have runoff with silt or anything, we don't want to cover up the decorative pebbles. So we'll tackle that closer to completion of the project. But for now, it looks good. it'll pass inspection, it'll hold any kind of erosion. The other thing we did is we laid as much of the bed as we could on that upper part of the creek. That way David could continue on down after that. So anyway, we're exhausted. We're going to Dairy Queen. Not sponsored yet.
Yay!
But we're gonna call it a day, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Today David is working on the lower part of the creek. He is digging out for the vault that will hold the mass amount of the water. You have to have a vault that will hold water, so like if the pump gets turned off or whatever, the water has a place to store. So there's a lot of volume of water in this little creek that we're going to have continuously running, so we got to make sure the infrastructure's there. So we're going to go down there and watch them dig it out. This is a complicated area, what we're doing right now, because right here we've got to have the water vault, but we also have to have the line for the septic tank exposed here. Now that's not the actual line, that's a 6-inch sleeve, and it's already been sloped, but the reason we did that is so when the plumber comes in to run the septic line, they can slide it right through. We're not having to worry about digging all this area up at a later date. So what we've also done is at the end of the sleeve we've marked it with 2x4s, and we also took advantage of this trench to put in the electrical. So we're running the electrical from the main house all the way over to the guest house. So trying to kill a lot in one swoop. So thank goodness for David, because he's currently digging the trench that is going to bury the electrical from the guest house to the garage. So a lot of work. We need to get this chapter behind us, and it is closing quickly, which is great, because once we button all this up, then we can get back focusing on the house build, which is much needed at this point in time. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Hey guys, well, we got a break in the weather today. It is soaking wet out here. A lot of mud, a lot of muck. And we didn't know it, but David wants to try to set this bridge today. So that's really cool. It's a big slate slab, about 8-9 feet long. That's going to span across the creek. We got to cement it in place. So that should happen here shortly. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. It's a heavy, heavy stone. David has brought in his big skid steer to help lift it. So yeah, this should be exciting. This is a neat machine here.
Perfect. Go grab that blow hammer, unhook me right there. Pull it my way a little bit. We unhook?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. All right, pull them out.
Well, now that the bridge is set, we're going to call it a day. Man, this looks good. We'll see you again soon.
That's cool.